Between nights out, rent, and the cost of living crisis, living off a student loan that's between 5 and 10 grand can seem almost impossible. But are there any ways that you can make it a lot easier? My name is Samuel Barr, and today I want to break down 5 super easy ways that I've managed to make money as a student without having to work a crazy number of hours. These are ways to make money that are easy to work around your studies and are very flexible. They can also allow you to earn a lot of money with a very little time investment. I'm currently a final year Leeds Uni student and I've also studied at Manchester University, so I know a lot about what it's like to be a student. So whether you're going in for a master's or you're a fresher starting uni first time, there's probably something that you're going to be able to learn here. So without further ado, let's begin. I and other people that I know have made hundreds of pounds simply by swapping bank accounts. Now, with a quick Google search, you can find different deals that are currently on, and different bank accounts will offer you a cash bonus to swap to them. So it can be £200, £175, £150, literally just to swap bank accounts to some random bank like NatWest or Barclays or whatever it is at the minute. So if you get an old bank account that you don't really use, you can swap it to that account, and then after that you can either swap it back to the bank that you originally wanted or to another bank that's offering the deal, and then you can repeat and you can make loads of money. The most that I've seen someone make from this is about £1,000. It's important that you read the terms and conditions of the offer, because some of the banks will have certain criteria that you've got to hit, like you've got to swap in a few active direct debits, or you've got to have put a minimum deposit into the account, but they're all quite easy to do. So as long as you're aware of the different requirements, you should be able to meet them. That being said, it is an incredibly easy way to make a lot of cash without having to put in many hours. The next method is tutoring. Now, as a university student, you probably already have pretty good GCSEs and pretty good A-levels. Particularly if you're studying an in-demand subject like maths or physics or computer science, there's going to be a lot of people struggling. There's not going to be demand for help in that area, particularly between the months of January and June, which is the months that we're heading into. Demand for tutors is at their highest, so there's going to be a lot of opportunities to provide value and make some money. There's different websites like MyTutor and Tutorfy, and you can make a website and you can go into different Facebook groups and advertise. And once you get a few clients down, you can be earning quite a bit above minimum wage per hour. The main downside of tutoring is, though, that I've seen the people that I've known that have done it, is that the shifts can be quite short. So the ideal way to do it would be to get a few different clients and have them all lined up one-to-one in a day. So instead of just having a 1 hour tutoring session with someone, you could have 5 back-to-back and make it into like a 5-hour shift, where each hour you're earning quite a bit above minimum. The next method is to be a residence life assistant, like an RA in student halls. And now, while it's definitely not for everyone, my brother has done this and he has saved so much money. Now, it'll depend what uni you're at for how good the deal is, but I've literally seen people who've done like 4 hours a month or something like that, and then they've got halls basically for free or completely for free. So in terms of lowering your expenses, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's definitely not for everyone, because I know the majority of people are going to want to be in a house with their friends and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, if you are in halls, you're not paying rent over the summer. So if you do think that it is something that you could get involved with, 100% check it out and look at what the deal is like at your uni. The next one is to double check what bursaries and scholarships you personally are eligible for. So myself personally, I've had a £500 bursary each year whilst I've been at uni. Literally just look, I think it's up to £600 this year. So literally just from my hometown, I'm eligible for this bursary. I don't have to do very much. I have to send a 1-page letter every year. And over the course of my studies, I've had £2,100, which is a ridiculous amount of money for the amount of work I've had to put in. No matter who you are, what you're studying, there will be something that you're eligible for. Some people a lot more than others, some people a lot less, but you can get bursaries for literally everything. You get them for your course, you can get them for your demographic, you get them if you're good at a sport. There's so many ways to get bursaries and scholarships. And now, if I hadn't checked what I was eligible for personally, I'd have missed out on over £2,000. So I would double, triple, quadruple check what you can get. Finally, my recommendation for anyone who's looking for part-time work would be go through your SU. So here at Leeds, we have a really good job link centre. And what they'll do is they'll help you apply for jobs as a student and show you what jobs you can get. So they literally have like a recruitment team, and they'll show you where we'll hire you as a student, and they'll show you what you need to put in the application. The problem with getting a lot of jobs as a student is they don't really want students, because they're not going to be around over the summer and they're not going to be around over Christmas, and those can be really busy periods, especially in fields like hospitality. So if you're going through your SU, you can get a job from a company that understands that you're a student and don't mind that. Additionally, SUs can be a really good source of work themselves because they have jobs literally designed for students. And by getting one of these jobs, you'll be able to get flexible work that understand the pressures of stuff like exams and things like that. So they might just put you on a few open days. You could get a job through the SU where you just like working at an open day every now and again, and there's not going to be much pressure or impact on your studies. So in summary, I would say that the best way and the easiest way to make quick cash is literally by swapping bank accounts, just because of how much money you can get for it and how quickly you can do it. But the most reliable way of making a long-term decent income on top of your student loan will probably be contacting your SU job center or something like that, and then seeing what they can do to help, or like who they can point you in the right direction with. Other methods for making money, I will genuinely try them out myself, and they could be really useful to me, and I can mention them to other people. So if you have any ideas, please leave a comment and I will have a look at it. In the next video, I'm going to do a little breakdown of some of the ways in which I'm able to keep my expenses low as a student. I'm able to live off like £1,000 a month in pretty major cities, and I think that's pretty good. And I think most people could do it if they knew the right tips and tricks. So if you'd like to see that, please subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.